Welcome once again to today's session. We are going to tackle something to do with digital literacy and AI. We have dubbed it Build a Powerful Digital Presence with AI. AI is the new normal, and we can't do anything but embrace and explore how beneficial it could be for our day-to-day activities. And for those in the business sector, AI presents a ton of benefits that can help you from the day-to-day running of your activities, be it posting, be it, there's so much. And in today's session, we are going to cover those. So I just want to take a brief session to remind you who is joining us for the first time and might be asking themselves, what is Telespark Digital and what do they stand for? So Telespark Digital is a futuristic digital solutions company which exists to build and grow brands. We believe in brands that are built with a strong foundation established for them and given the right tools so that they can grow and compete in this tech world that is so much changing. So that is Telespark Digital. We have been running a series of webinars, and today marks 1 month since we started. This is our 4th webinar. And what we aim to do in our webinars is basically to equip business people, equip leaders and individuals out there with skills, tech skills and business skills to enable them grow and thrive in the market. So that is what we are championing, or rather what we are keen on establishing. So today's session, we'll be having Felix Muindi as our featured expert to speak to us about this very topic. And Felix is an AI and digital consultant who is passionate about helping brands grow through automation and smart systems. He helps SMEs and startups scale using AI-driven strategies. Yes, he has been in this field for a long time and is going to be of much help to us and our businesses in this session. Not only our businesses, but also as an individual, you will find this presentation so much helpful. A brief introduction about AI. AI basically is artificial intelligence. AI has been in existence. It has been there for a long time. Computers, the ability for a computer to carry out a task with simple instructions that you give them is basically one of the earliest inventions that gradually has translated into what has become, rather what we know to be AI. So businesses today thrive on visibility, efficiency, and adaptability. For you to realize a strong visibility or establish a strong visibility in the market, you need to employ AI to help you launch your digital journey. And In so doing, you realize it will empower your operations and activities in ways that will translate into great gains for your business and in your operations. AI can be used to launch your digital journey, and let's take a look at the power of digital presence. Your digital presence basically is how your brand appears online. You can establish your presence either on social platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and even websites. When you build a customized website to suit your business and your operations, that's an example of establishing a digital presence. In other words, could call it a digital infrastructure. And it is important to establish a strong digital presence, because over 80% of customers today research online before buying. If somebody wants to buy a watch and you could relate the last item or in the recent past, a few of our items were purchased first via through conducting a simple online search, either on Facebook, either on TikTok, basically. Now, if users or internet users and customers are likely to find you in the online spaces, it is therefore imperative for us to lean on this concept and endeavor to build a strong digital presence using the advantage that is presented with AI. A strong online footprint will not only build trust, but also a strong visibility. And in return, you realize great revenue growth or increase. So AI is very useful, so much useful in digital growth. Not only when you use it in the normal way you know how to, but when you fuse it with strategy and you employ the right approach to it, it translates into a strategic move that will multiply or rather accelerate your growth and enable you do business better. Yes. So one of the things it helps do is to automate repetitive tasks, which helps you save on time and cost. It also helps you personalize content for better engagement. I want to give you an example with ChatGPT. If you go to ChatGPT, you normally you'd go over there and do a simple post a simple chat and generate a response from ChatGPT. But within ChatGPT, there are personalization settings. Under the settings section, you could personalize your ChatGPT. In so doing, you input your tone of voice, your basic information, background, basically direct the ChatGPT on how you'd want it to give responses. Yes, so basically, once that is achieved, you are able to personalize the content that is generated, because you realize that ChatGPT is, from its definition, is a large language model, and it has millions and millions of data. So for you to guide it to present you with an experience you require, you may want to personalize it. Yes, and the process is called optimization. Yeah, so you optimize performance through analytics and predictions, and also you help it enhance creativity. And the way to do so is using tools for design, marketing, and content creation, or rather writing. On to our next slide, which is building an online presence. As I have alluded to moments ago, is that building an online presence is so much important for a business owner or any person doing business. And so what does it mean when we say building an online presence? It simply means establishing your brand across digital platforms, websites, socials, and so on and so forth. We also have Google My Business as part of the digital infrastructure upon which you can build and establish your brand digitally. Then how do we do it? We do it by building a modern mobile optimized website as one of the ways to achieve it. So when you have a website that is customized to suit your business needs, let's say you're selling clothes, you may want your website to embody your vision first, but more broadly, it would come fitted with the correct aspects or elements of a clothing brand. And so when you build such a website, it not only helps you gain clients, but also helps you remain relevant and stay ahead in the market. Yes. So as you journey in this AI path, there are a few tools that you should be aware of, and one of them is ChatGPT. The other one is Jasper. Most of us are familiar with ChatGPT. We also have Jasper. We have a ton of AI tools. We have Cloud, we have Gemini. There are so many. So knowing the right way to use them will help you put your best foot forward when it comes to AI and its application in building a digital presence. So assuming you have set up your page on Facebook, or let's say on Instagram, the next thing that will follow is how to create content and do the postings, etc. One of the ways of making your work very, very easier and simplified is by automation. The other bit of simplifying work is by delegation. Automation basically simply involves coming up with tools, building tools, systems, and processes that will help you carry out a task without you being present there. So that falls under automation of workflows. So let's say if you are selling if you're selling clothes, and daily your workflow is well defined. You have to, let's say, go to Gikomba, you prepare the clothes, maybe you iron or you launder them, whatever preparation that you do before you put them on display. And then you put them on display, you put the price tags, and then maybe you have clients outside the city whom you deliver to. That journey, that process can be put up in a system, or rather a tool that can be automated. So we have N8N, which is an open source workflow automation platform. It basically helps you connect apps, APIs, and services. Simply put, you integrate Facebook, you integrate WhatsApp, you can integrate Instagram, and all this can be connected to your WhatsApp. So the only thing you do is you issue a prompt. A prompt is an instruction that you give an AI tool to execute a task. So for example, you can give a prompt like, give me the prices for blue Chinese collar shirts. And then it will do data scrapping from your database and give you the information that you require. You don't have to refer to your Excel. You don't have to refer to your book. You don't have to refer to your, it is purely automated. And this one makes your work way much easier so that you save on time and you avoid jumping from one place to another, trying to look for information or put things in order. Yeah, so this is an excellent automation tool that can help you in your daily undertakings as a business person. So why use it? Basically, you will use this tool to help you save weekly hours by automating manual digital tasks. The simple tasks that you carry out digitally daily. It can help you automate them. Another advantage it comes with is it helps integrate 1,000 tools like the Google Sheets. For those who use Slack, Notion, CRMs, any tool, any online tools that you could be using to run your business or carry out any task. You could have all these integrated under one platform, and hence making your work very much easier. It also gives you full control, the ability to host your workflows securely. When you use ChatGPT, there is something that I wanted to mention, is that there's a way you use ChatGPT and your information would be exposed out there. So let's say you are asking ChatGPT your very personal questions, or rather you're feeding ChatGPT with your personal stuff and information. There's a likelihood that somebody also using that platform elsewhere, or either they could hack or whatever means, they could gain access to your personal information, and that could be damaging. So the ethical bit also of using these tools will require security to be guaranteed, and for these tools to be set up in a way that you are sure all that you are doing with it remains with you and won't leak. Let's say you are feeding the tool with your business information. You know, when such information gets out there, it could damage your business and so on and so forth. So it also comes with security, so you don't have to worry, not to be afraid of anything, any sad eventualities that will come on you. So an example of a workflow is, for example, you want to do daily posts. It could help you automatically schedule and post your content across your social media platforms. And then it can also help you generate reports from analytics data every week. Not only weekly, but also daily. Basically, you will direct these tools on how you want them to help your business. So let's say you instruct the AI tool to be giving you daily reports of the sales made, the engagements that you have undertaken since morning. It can help you curate all that information and help you generate a report that will be useful in decision making and knowing what to do next. Yeah. The other way to use ChatGPT, no, not ChatGPT, the other way to use AI to establish a strong digital presence is using it to create smarter content. There's a question that I should throw here is that you should use AI tools, but don't let AI tools do everything for you. When that happens, your content turns out robotic with no human touch, with no emotion, and just solid. So it is highly recommended for you to have a blend AI with a human touch. So apply your reasoning, apply your creativity, and apply your strategy so that the tools remain guided, so that the outcome or the experience you get to enjoy is basically what you are looking out for. So when it comes to generating ideas, you can use ChatGPT and you can use Jasper. There's another tool that we didn't include on this presentation, which is Gemini. So basically, if you want to conduct research, you can use Gemini. Gemini gives, or rather conducts, an in-depth research, since it is built from Google. Google has a host millions and millions of data. It is very, very useful in when you want to do deep research, etc. So Gemini would really be of great help. ChatGPT and Jasper could also be used to ideate, generally give you ideas. And then when you are keen on coming up with appealing visuals and building a strong brand identity, basically this entails your colors, the appeal, and the look and feel of your brand. You're better off using Canva Magic Studio. And then when you want to do editing, you can use Descript or Pika Labs, which are AI your editing tools. I'd like to know from our audience, what AI tools do you know of, and how do you use them? I'll take a quick pause and briefly engage you before I proceed. You can give your feedback on the chat section. What AI tools do you know of, and how do you use them? How do you use them? So as I wait for your quick feedbacks, I will continue. So we use prompts to guide. Somebody has said ChatGPT. ChatGPT, Meta AI, and ChatGPT. Are all these AI tools platforms free? Like accessibility is also a parameter, as much as convenience is. Yes, you're right. You're right, Bob. Most of these tools are built on a freemium business model, which basically means you are treated to a nice 1 month experience or a free, timeless experience, after which you are required to upgrade for you to enjoy advanced services. For example, if you're a regular user of ChatGPT, you realize that initially ChatGPT was unable to generate images. Lately, they've incorporated that bit into it, and it's able to generate images. But when you require high quality advanced images, you are prompted to upgrade and subscribe to higher versions of the same, so that you get an exclusive access to services you are looking for. Yes, I will continue. So the other way, the other bit, you can establish a strong digital presence is basically how do you immunize the AI content? Thank you for the question. I'll encourage you all to forward the questions on the chat box, and then we'll answer them all at once. Keep them coming. Yes, so you can grow your brand with AI. As a matter of fact, there are businesses that are fully run by AI. You use AI from the very onset, ideation, through registration, through setting up your structures, through coming up with a business plan that we covered the other time, as well as building an AI team. It's very possible to build an AI team that will basically run everything. So you could use AI for predictive analytics to help you anticipate customer behavior. So when we talk about market research and analysis, you can guide these tools to help you. For example, there is such a thing as unique value proposition. Unique value proposition basically is your unique position in the market, your unique selling point. So let's say you want to sell ladies wear. You can use this tool to help you conduct a market analysis and research to understand how best should I position my business in the market. In a market comprising of millions and millions of people doing the same thing, how can you stand out? So it will help you with predictive analytics and give you a report, etc. etc. We also have chatbots. If you hover to certain websites, on the far bottom right, there's a pop-up that comes, and it basically asks you to type in your question. Gives you a greeting. Hi, I am so and so. How could we help you today? Yes. So those are chatbots that are built to help you navigate better on such websites. So you could incorporate chatbots into your brand to basically improve user experience. And then we also have AI SEO tools, which helps you track keywords and optimize rankings. An example of such is Safa SEO, which can help you to do keyword research and help you post better. Let me explain briefly what keywords are. Keywords are built around a bit of trending words. So, for example, if you want to sell a cloth, let's say, for example, you want to do a post of a cloth you're selling in Tanzania, the only thing you need to do is ask yourself, what is going on in Tanzania? And then you try to psychologically coin the Sautia ground onto your post, such that if somebody goes onto their gadget and searches on Facebook, they're likely to bump into your content. So that is one bit of content creation using keyword research. The other bit is basically to look for keywords that are mostly searched in the internet. So, for example, if you want to search how to build a strong digital presence, the keywords you'd use might include strong digital presence. You could also have a keyword like brands that last, you have a keyword like digital literacy. So basically, those are keywords that you can incorporate in your post to help you reach a wider audience. Simply put, when they conduct a search, they're likely to bump onto your content. So that is keywords. And then we also have, could also incorporate tags. It's not far from keywords, but mostly it could come on the back end of your posting for those who do video content. Now, to put all this together, step-by-step blueprint. First, you need to build a strong foundation for your business or for your brand. Now, how do you do this? You must establish your presence online. You must at least have a Facebook page, or some people prefer starting off with their Facebook account, their personal Facebook accounts. Some people would prefer to use 3 to 4 social platforms. So you could use those. And then also a website. A website basically is your, when you have a website and you have the social platforms, it will be very easy for you to send people to your website or send people to your e-commerce site or e-commerce store, so that you do the promotion, the advertisement, and the marketing on your social platforms, and then perhaps send them over to place the orders on your websites. Yes, so having a website, having a page, having a WhatsApp business account dedicated for your business, a dedicated WhatsApp business account goes a long way in putting you ahead in terms of establishing a strong digital presence. And then secondly is to automate your repetitive processes with N8N. So instead of doing the same things again and again and again, you would basically bring them together under one tool, and they get automated to help you simply issue a command and you get your work done. We also have the other bit that has to do with producing smart content powered by AI. Again, I'll repeat, don't delegate all duties to these AI tools. Don't entirely lean on AI to do everything from A to Z for you. No, there has to be a blend between your humanness, your creativity, your strategy, and these AI tools. And then once that is done, you need to measure and optimize performance. You track performance using analytics, etc., so that you stay ahead of the vision or on top of the game. Because one of the disadvantages of using these tools is that they hallucinate at times. You start off using a GPT prompt. Let's say you built a GPT prompt for daily use, and at some point it begins to hallucinate, giving you incorrect information, etc. It is, as a requirement, you must endeavor to give the right prompts and direct the tools properly, so that even the analytics, even the reports, even the outcome you receive is the exact same outcome that you had envisioned at first. Yes, so that basically marks the end of what to be covered today. And now want to take this chance to take your questions. I'll invite my brother Eric to perhaps pick it from there and take on more questions before we answer them.
I can see we have very many questions that were asked by participants. One of them was are all these AI tools stroke platforms free? Like accessibility is also a parameter as much as convenience is? I don't know whether I'm getting that question right, but our speaker, you'll be able to help me address that even as we still wait for more questions to come. So please keep the questions coming. I really believe that by the time we are done, all the questions will be answered, and that is really going to possibly leave us at a better place than we came to this meeting. I don't know whether you can address that, but seemingly that question was answered, but you can just reiterate on the same. Yes. Back to you.
Okay. You're saying a question by Bob, who is asking if
Yes.
all the AI platforms are free. So I think the question is a little ambiguous, or maybe not straight to the point. But I think what he's asking if some of the tools are free. Yes, there's some still tools which are free, but they charge. Maybe if you are using maybe an enterprise version. For instance, ChatGPT is free for normal use or for basic use. But for example, if you want to generate maybe images, and also maybe you want maybe to upload long documents, they can introduce maybe charges for that, which is surely around $20. So if you are using maybe the AI maybe to manage a business or for business purposes, I'll advise you to invest maybe for enterprise versions so that you can maximize.
Where enterprise, you talked about enterprise, did I hear it right?
Yes, there are some. Okay, most of the tools when they release different. Maybe I'll say. I don't think if version maybe is the right word, but they release maybe one for maybe standard use, for enterprise use, and another one for uh, uh, free version.
Okay.
So advice is if you're using for maybe for your business, of course you have to invest in tools. So the problem is most people they don't know maybe how to use the tool. For instance, you can generate money with ChatGPT, especially if you're using the enterprise version. But most
Okay.
people, I think the problem is they don't know how to maybe translate to money.
Yeah. And actually, that is part of the question that has been asked by one of the participants, but I really know that is why Telspark Digital is here to sort some of these problems. I know we are going forward, we are going to have tailored programs whereby we are only going to be talking about some of these things, like specifically what one would be really interested to learn more about. Now, there is this question that has been asked by one of the participants. How do you humanize the AI content? Again, this has been asked by Nancy. Nancy, thank you very much for this question. Yes, back to you.
Okay, so that comes back to you. What is human? So, okay, I think AI, the first time maybe when it came to maybe public domain, or maybe when it was maybe mostly under research, was in around 1952. And there's this scientist who is called Alan Turing and also Alonzo Church. So I think Alonzo Church contributed a lot to AI. And one of the tests in which actually was proposed by Alan Turing was that the time when it reached maybe to say AI is human is maybe if you hide an AI behind a door or maybe a counter, then you ask, you just take a random person, then they ask a question. They say maybe I want something. Then if the AI responds and the person is convinced that that is a human, then we reach that point. So we have surpassed that and actually have changed the benchmark. Now the benchmark is into what we call general, is it called AGI, artificial general intelligence. So we have not yet reached to a point whereby AI can be human, but for now, what is human actually is something that is at a debate, because even most universities they are accepting AI for their papers, because they say that you can write something and then it can be detected as AI. So I think it depends on how you interpret. So first of all, of course, you have to generate the content, then you have to read it to see if it reads like human. So I think that's something that's subjective.
Okay. I hope that question is well addressed. Now, there is the question that has been asked by Bob. When using these tools, you've said they are optimally used in combinations. Don't one need extra knowledge? Of course, I know that is basic knowledge. It's true, like basic coding or programming for it to happen. Now, I don't have this knowledge. I would want to approach it from a different angle, even as you try to answer it. I run a business.
Okay.
I don't have the basic knowledge. Will I need to hire somebody to help me do this? Won't that be too expensive? What would you advise a business person, somebody who is trying to just start up, trying to put systems in place, still struggling with resources here and there? What advice would you give us? Will we need to, is it mandatory that I need to hire somebody with all this basic knowledge that have been stated here by Bob? Or there is a way I can try to even do it without really having so much knowledge about these skills that have been mentioned by one of our participants here, like coding, programming, and stuff like that. Back to you, sir.
Okay, so I think the best, I like answering question by maybe pointing to things people already know. For instance, let's say you want to build a house. Do you need to hire an architect? So it goes back to your pocket. For instance, if you cannot afford maybe to build maybe a house which is worth maybe 20 million, that's a bungalow, for example, what you can do is build something small and you live in that house. So the same way, if you want to automate, of course, you don't need advanced skills. For instance, you just need to learn a tool like an A10. With an A10, you can actually build your own workflow and automate everything and actually make money. So the biggest thing is actually understanding how to make money, and that's where maybe you need to focus. So you don't need advanced skills, you just need basic skills.
Okay, so it means anybody can incorporate AI. Anyone who is in business is able to. I just need basic skills. Thank you very much. Now, Nancy says, for me to effectively incorporate AI, remember our topic of this discussion. For me to incorporate AI in my management systems, marketing, stuff like that, should I incorporate all these tools that have been talked about? Remember, our speaker talked about Chat GPT and many others that were mentioned. I can see somebody here called Antonia has also tried to mention quite a number of them. Should I incorporate all of them, or I can just try and learn one specific one of them and that will serve me right? I think that question has been asked by Nancy. Yes.
Okay. So I think what I'll try to say, maybe give an example, a practical example, because I also do most of these things and from a practical maybe point. So let's say you want to generate money. Let me give you just a real example. For instance, one of the things you can do, maybe through Facebook. Let's choose a platform like Facebook. So if I want to generate money, one way is to maybe pay Facebook, maybe to market my product. You use, of course, Google Ads. Maybe you'll spend money. But if you don't have money, for instance, what do you need to do? You need to post maybe in your Facebook account, to do posting and also people to engage so that you can build a follow-up. So that, for example, if you have, let's say, 200,000 people who are following you, trust me, if you are selling product in that platform and you're marketing it well, you'll not fail to sell a product. So the thing is actually building a number and building the right audience. So the same thing now, it's not what you can use in A10, for example. It does automate. That's simple. I think the easiest way to do is to connect Facebook to an A10, then you can connect it to say something like Telegram. So for example, you can create a poster on Canva. Then the way you share with someone on Telegram, you can share with A10, then it posts itself. It posts to your all social media. It will post in, for example, Facebook, on Twitter, or maybe on LinkedIn. So it automates. But at the end, you are the one who is, of course, in charge for everything. So you don't need all the tools, but you can use most tools in conjunction. For example, you can use maybe ChatGPT to tell ChatGPT, I want to post this thing, give me this idea, then it gives you. So it depends what you do. For example, maybe if you want to maybe voice, you can use a tool like 11 Labs. Then once you generate the voice, you go maybe to Canva, maybe to generate maybe a video. Then you use another tool, for example, maybe in video, yes, to combine the two, then come with the final product. So it depends what you want to achieve. So I think I've answered that question.
Yes. Thank you very much. Now, I wanted to bring Bonke on board, but before that, there is this say, every time I see some adverts, they're saying you don't need paid ads. Like for our company, we do a lot of paid ads on Facebook, whereby we commit some amount of money, which is normally proportional to the number of people reached and stuff like that. And sometimes I see some adverts where they tell us you don't need that. You can be able to do it, like, for example, on Facebook free without paying anything. Is that AI incorporated? And you've also talked about sometimes some of these tools are limited to some extent, meaning that when it reaches a certain extent, you have to do payments to continue enjoying the benefits and the access. Now, I wanted to get to understand from an expert point of view, instead of paying for this AI tool and the other one that we run on Google Chrome, Google and Facebook and stuff like that, why would I go for either? Can you help me clear, just from an expert point of view, what's your understanding of the same? How do you separate the two and which one is the best option?
Going for paid or maybe free one? Is that a question?
Yes. Sometimes you are told you don't have to pay. There is a way you are able to do it free without paying. But then, does that mean, or can I interpret that to mean incorporating AI?
Not really. But let's say this. Okay, so sure, you can run ads on Facebook without paying, but it's not easy because of course Facebook wants you to pay. So if you are not paying, it means you are doing something which of course is against, for example, maybe their terms, which is possible. What you can do, you can give an example, but don't go and do that. That's so what you can, have you ever seen what you can do now? Let me make an example. You can generate an image with ChatGPT.
Yes.
Generate an image, maybe yourself, not you. You create your own character, like John, for example. Tell ChatGPT wanted to generate actually most people like generating for a lady. Generate an image for a lady, Kenyan lady, looks like this. They have a big nyash, of course. Then once you generate that image, you go post, for example, on Facebook. We tell people, today I finished KCSE. I'm over 18. Why can't you like my picture? That's generated, but it looks real. So people engage in your photo. They comment, but you are a man running that account. They say, hey, I want to know you. Can you share my number? We tell them, okay, please follow me. So you are doing what we call engagement farming. Engagement farming, you're trying people to engage your content. You want to follow you. So let's say that account, you have 100 people following you. Okay?
Yes.
So for that account, you also have Like you have your brother, your sister, you have all your profiles. So every time you're generating ChatGPT, use this image. But today you make me with my family in Diani. So next day you share, I've gone with my family in Diani. So you're building that page. So what you can do, you can have let's say 1,000 profiles. So if
Yes.
every account you're being followed, maybe let's say by 100 people, and you have maybe 1,000 accounts, it means you have 100,000 followers. Then I can come to you. You have Mr. Eric. You have a business. I tell you, Mr. Eric, if you can give me, I can do your advertisement for you. Can you pay me 5,000? Then I push this poster that maybe you engage in transport business, so that people can use your service. You say, yeah, okay. I have maybe I'm sure when I post this, it will reach 100,000 people. Then we can negotiate. Maybe pay me 5,000 maybe per post. So that's a business. You are running ads without paying, but you're doing against terms of Facebook. So for you to do that, again, for you to run multiple Facebook accounts, you need something like a proxy, whereby you are changing your IP addresses and location so that Facebook cannot determine your accounts you are running maybe from one IP address. So there's a lot you can build. You can build a business, but I think don't do that. But of course, I'm into cybersecurity, I'm into AI, I'm into software development, so I know those things. So I can give maybe just advice.
Wow. That is quite elaborate. Thank you so much. We are. I hope you are learning. If you fail, you also need to ask a question. I think the session is open. You just go to that reaction button. You click. You'll be able to see where you need to raise up your hand. When you click that, I'll be able to give you a chance just to ask a question related to our topic of discussion. I want Mike to take a glass of water, even as I try to bring on board Bonke. I don't know whether you can hear me, Bonke. There is this question that has been asked. Mike, I'll be back to you in a few. There is this question that has been asked by, I think, Nancy, and I wanted to combine it with another one that has been asked by Antonia. So Nancy asks, how do you recover the previous content created after some breaks? I think that question is addressed to Bonke. Possibly you try and just address, and then Bonke, you'll combine it with this other question that has been asked by Antonina. Sorry. I'm very sorry for misspelling, pronouncing your names not correctly. We need to learn on how best to prompt ChatGPT. Does anyone know maybe how to prompt it? I don't know whether that is an English word. Anyway, I stand guided. To prompt
Okay,
it,
yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, ChatGPT, for better results. Maybe, Bonke, you will just address the first, maybe you address the first question and the second question, then I'll be bringing back Simon. Bonke, back to you.
Thank you. Answer the first question by Nancy on how to recover previous content after some breaks. This typically involves checking autosave features or temporary file locations or version history backup systems that you have set up on that account you're using. So for unsaved content, you didn't save your work before a break, or perhaps a program, and the program crashed. The application likely has temporary or auto recovery files. So let's say for Microsoft Office, you'd reopen the application, or you go to File, Info, and Manage, etc. But now when it comes to ChatGPT, all your past conversations are listed to the left and sidebar. That is on the web version, if you're using a web version, and also the mobile version as well. And so the most recent charts would appear at the top, and those you accessed way longer or ago, long time ago, would come at the very top, bottom section of ChatGPT. So you can use the search function. If you have many conversations, you can use the search feature. Also, you can refresh your sessions or even check your browser history. Yeah, basically. And to the next question on how to prompt ChatGPT, Bob gave a very, very elaborate response here, which has to do with prompt engineering, how to give the tools better prompts. Remember, I told you that these tools are robots. They can't work on their own, so you guide them. Not only guide them, but you guide them better. So how accurate you present your prompt, how detailed. For example, if you want to do a post and you're looking for hashtags, you might give it a prompt like, I want to post this poster on Facebook, and I'd like you to give me SEO, or rather search engine optimized words that I could use to form part of the hashtags. Give me 5 of those, etc. And then it will be precise and generate the exact thing that you are looking for. That is one. Secondly, there is something I recently discovered when using these tools, which is after you have given the tools your prompt, rather your instruction, you can proceed to ask the tool a question. Ask the tool, is this all for this? Or could you ask me additional questions for better understanding, so that the tools can ask you a few questions to better understand your instruction and answer you better. Yeah, so basically those and much more. Thank you.
Bonke, there is that other question that I was requesting if you could address. We need to learn on how best to prompt ChatGPT. Does anyone know? I don't know whether you addressed that. I know Bob was trying to, I think that question, some extent, is aligned with the vision of Telespark. Could you possibly respond before I bring back our expert? Yes, Bonke?
Yeah. I covered it. Basically, you give longer and more descriptive prompts, just like Bob has said, and then you be specific. Be detailed, use longer descriptions, and then ask leading questions or additional questions, and then basically understand the question you're asking. So if you want to ask the ChatGPT about how to make a post, understand the terminologies that are used around content creation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I want us to move on. Can see the time remaining is very short, but there is these questions that have been asked. I'm just trying to trace that question here. There's some questions here that have been asked by the way, do we have a platform or website that acts like a pool of other AIs, something that gives multiple AI tools? And then the other question is, how can we measure the ROI of integrating AI into our digital efforts beyond just vanity metrics such as like and shares? I don't know whether, Mike, you can try and answer that. I mean, Simon.
Oh, okay. Is that let me see the question. The question about maybe having one site that has all platforms. So I think
Yes.
actually the beauty is maybe actually having multiple not in one platform. I think that's the beauty. The beauty is actually understanding how you can put them together. So and that's now the challenge. Maybe most people, maybe they don't know maybe how to maybe put all those AIs maybe to come up with something that's working. So yes, there could be sites that maybe have integrate those tools together, and N8N is actually, I think, the best platform, because in that's the purpose actually for it's called AI workflow. So the purpose of N8N and other AI workflows is to integrate all those AIs. So it's for you to sit down, say, what do I want to achieve for my business? For example, let's say you are a manager. Of course, you have maybe hundred maybe employees. For you to communicate with all those employees, of course, you need maybe a personal assistant. And hiring a personal assistant is very expensive. Maybe you'll need to pay them maybe 80,000 per month in Kenya, let's say, for example. And maybe you want to maybe get rid of that. So you'll go to N8N, try to integrate different AIs. So one of the AIs you need to integrate is actually an AI for calendar. So the AI for calendar, what it will do, it will look for a calendar of all your employees, the people who are reporting to you. It says maybe on Friday, maybe employee X, they don't have maybe every employee, they don't have maybe they are not working on something at 10 a.m. So the workflow itself, okay, the AI, what it will do, maybe it will schedule a meeting. For example, usually schedule a meeting once in a week. So you'll just communicate to AI through maybe a voice. You say, go to my calendar, check for and maybe a place maybe I can fit an event. Then it will do that. Then maybe you are sleeping and if you are tired, then you tell AI, I think I cannot meet with my employees on Friday at 10 a.m. Please, can you look for another time? Because that time I want to maybe have a get together maybe with my family. So look for another time with voice. Then it goes to calendar, it changes. Then maybe you tell them through your workflow. You tell maybe through even the gateway, can be maybe WhatsApp. Just communicate with the AI. Okay, email everyone. Tell them that tomorrow you have to have a catch up. Then because you have the connection such workflow, then it emails everyone. Then maybe you are tired, you say, just summarize me, look for an important email, you can just summarize important emails maybe I need to attend today. So it goes back to what's your workflow, what you want to achieve. So those tools that integrate AIs in one platform, they're called AI workflows. Then return on investment, ROI. How will you determine about maybe not just looking at likes? So how much are you investing versus how much are you getting from that? If you are investing 100,000 in AI, then you are getting 2,000. Maybe let's say you are investing 20,000, then you are getting 50,000. Then you have a return on investment. You are making profit, so that the ROI is a positive. So you determine based on the income you are getting.
Okay, good. I think you've addressed that on the benefits versus costs. You've addressed that well. Bob says, I mean, some AI versions are better than others, meaning they are more convenient, but are all accessible, free. Dave, other panels tend to detect ambiguity by tracing any elements of AI outputs. How do you overcome these forces? Who insist you maintain humanly output? How do we hide the AI behind the human so that the recipient is satisfied? Yes, that is Dave. It's a very, very, very long question that needs to be answered there. And an item supplied is different from the one on the platforms with AI generated images. How do we bridge the gap? Very, very important questions addressed, highlighted here by Dave, dealing with customer satisfaction. I think you can try and weigh in on that
That's
before I move on.
very good question. Okay, so that's a very good
Yes,
question, and it's very long. So the first question is about maybe is it about maybe different platforms maybe having different standards for accepting maybe what is AI and not AI?
seemingly.
So to answer that question, that's true, especially for those maybe who have been doing maybe academic work, which they call maybe online writing. So I think they face that a lot. For example, if they are writing for US students, because there are tools for detecting AI. For example, is Turnitin. I think Turnitin is the standard for academics. So once you write maybe an article, they pass the article through the Turnitin tool, then to try to detect the AI. So how does the tool work to determine the AI? So that's the question. So the tool will try to look for things that are not commonly maybe done by humans. One of the thing they look, for example, is the M, the not MM. There's a character in your keyboard called M, where you press several keys to generate that character, and the dash. You see, most of the outputs from ChatGPT has dashes. So those are not maybe unique to most people, because most people will not be combining keys to generate characters. Most will just be using maybe comma, colon. So that's one way in which those tools determine. So for you to maybe, what I have tried, I also faced such a problem before. I was writing an article for a website, and then they were looking for. So what I used to do is there are tools online that can help you maybe remove the AI. They try to remove the elements that are generally left by the AI. So another thing, there are characters which you cannot see by eyes, but they are there in your text when you are generating with the AI. So one thing you can do, you can generate with the AI, then paste in something like Notepad. Notepad, they do, it's a text editor, so it will not hide the formatting. So remove the, you can see then you can see those characters. You can now remove them maybe manually from the text. So that's another way you can do to reduce the AI content. So the other thing is the second question I try to address, where is uh, an item supplied in different form, one of the platform with AI generated images. How do you bridge the gap? So for images, it's difficult because the way AI generated images most of the time is smooth. They don't have maybe, there's what we call background noises. Also, images they have back noises. Most people don't know that. So so it's easy to detect an image if generated by AI than text. So I think to ensure that your image maybe it's not generated by text, maybe you can generate with the AI, maybe, or use AI to give you maybe an image. Then you can try yourself to edit maybe in a tool like Canva or maybe Adobe to try at least remove the human element, the AI elements.
Perfect. So far, so good. Personally, I'm learning so much. I want to try and allow you take a sip of water. That is Simon. I want to bring on board just in a few. We'll be finishing in very few minutes. Felix, you try and address this question. How do you see AI-powered tools evolving to help businesses create more personalized online content for their audience?
Okay. So I'll tell you one thing. In the next few years,
Yes.
A lot is going to change, because right now AI is like evolving like on a daily basis. It's not like a decade or a year. No. Today you can wake up with an AI that can do a certain thing, but the next day it has completely evolved, because it's of course this thing is self-learning, and the more we and the more like it's teaching itself, the more it's getting more intelligent. So in the next few years, any person or any organization or a business that will not have integrated AI automation within the business, that business will be obsolete. The process will be, because everyone is applying automations, everyone is applying AI capabilities to the business to help with streamlining the operations and the processes to make it more efficient and more faster. So right now is a question of time. How fast can you implement AI in your system, and how efficient is it to help you, like, improve your processes, and of course, like, boost the business in terms of profits and everything. So what I can advise is that if you're starting a new business, the earlier you implement AI in your operations, the better. If you're already an existing business, the earlier you adopt the new AI system, the better. Otherwise, your business in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be obsolete. No one is going to, you'll be like struggling to get even customers, because people will be offering the same services at a cheaper price because they have already integrated an efficient method to streamline the business processes. So yeah, that's what I can say for now. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So AI is the way to go. Technology, integrating technology into running our businesses, that is the way to go. And any company that would try to do without integrating all this, very soon it's not going to maintain the competition edge in the market. Because of time, let me just ask you one more question, Felix, and then I will bring back Bonke, and I think we'll just be wrapping it up. I had quite a series of questions to ask, but we got so many questions from the participants. There is the position of human creativity. This one goes to you, Felix. Human creativity. In as much as we have technology, we have got AI, we are able to do so much with less cost, but then the position of creativity is also very, very, very important. Human intervention. So how can companies, what do you advise? What do you advise as an expert from where you sit? What do you think companies can do to strike this balance between integrating ICT, technology, AI, cutting down on cost, and at the same time not replacing creativity, human creativity? So the question is, how can companies balance the use of AI generated content with the need for human creativity in their online presence?
All right. So the thing is, in terms of when you talk about creativity, what is creativity? Creativity is the ability to think differently, the ability to think out of the box.
Very true, sir. I agree.
Yes. So the thing is, with AI, right now, I can say, like, as compare the ratio of creativity between a human being and an AI, I would say, like, a human being is more creative than an AI. You know why? Because a human being has emotions. A human being has the ability to think, like, within the environment where, like, everything is happening. But I think you are aware that in the next, like, few years, not even like few years, like in the next, let me say, like 2 to 3 years, all artificial intelligence big companies or big tech, they're going to implement a system called AGI. AGI is an artificial general intelligence, whereby it will think like a human, it will feel like a human, and it will like implement, it will have like all aspects that a human has. So you cannot say like a human being is unique because he's creative. AI is creative, only that it hasn't like so far it doesn't have like the touch where like it can have like environmental factors. As you can see, like right now, you can use your data. If you already have like a company and you have like all the data for your customers and the operations, everything. Right now, you can upload your data to an AI and can be able to think on your behalf. So that means in the next like few years, that's going to change, because that's the direction. So the only thing that companies or individuals can do is just implement this thing as early as possible. This is the AI boom. It has never happened before. So the earlier you implement this, the better. It's like the time of the gold rush. Thank you.
Wow. Excellent. You guys, you can see only time is the limiting factor here. Information, our experts are really loaded with information. Content is actually flowing, but time could not allow us to continue beyond that. So I want to bring back Bonke to wrap it up. And Bonke, as you come back, as you return, kindly address this question that has been asked by Bob. So that is the last question you are answering. I'll not be coming back. When you take over, please, you also wrap it up. But remember to answer this question that has been asked by Bob. Telespark, as a tech company, what services are you offering? That's a question that has been asked by Bob. Otherwise, Simon and Felix, thank you very much. That was quite robust. That was quite elaborate. Regards. Back to you, Bonke.
Yes, thank you. Everyone, let's put hands together for them. Yeah, that was so top notch. It was electric. Yeah, let's clap our hands for them. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Felix, for your endless insights. Thank you, Mandela, for your AI wisdom. Thank you, Eric, for that amazing moderation. Yeah, it has been quite something I've learned. Yes, thank you very much. To everyone who has joined, thank you. I want to take a minute and respond to this question by Bob, though he has left. Does anyone know Bob? I seem not to know him, so that we can perhaps follow up with him. Yes, so if anyone invited him or is in the group, let me know. So as a tech company, we are offering tech services and digital services. The two speakers who have helped us answer the questions are actually part of our team, and they are proficient in AI, in websites, in building systems, in building in digital innovation, digital and tech innovation. So basically, they are good at that. Yes. So the other bit we do is marketing. And then we also do general registration and where to get started. So we exist to build and grow brands in a nutshell. The next step after this is that we are setting up our programs and our courses, and we would invite you, if you're interested, to receive specialized training on AI. Our speakers are actually our trainers in those classes, and they will guide you and help you integrate this now into your daily use, from theory into practice. Apart from that, we also have graphic designs, digital marketing, and a host of programs that we have put up tailored for you. In our group, you will see within the larger community, there are smaller groups that are branded accordingly. based on the skills that we are offering in them. So if you want to join any, you can reach out to me, and we'll be able to direct you to the right class so that you can learn better. We'll be starting with the graphic design, and AI and the rest are also in pipeline. We will roll them out soon, and we want to let you know that we'd like you to learn more and be able to see results in your daily activities as a business person. Yes, so that marks the end of this session. I want to appreciate every one of you. Let me clap for you using this. Yes, thank you very much for taking your time to join. We'll be having another session next week, Friday. In between, we'll be rolling out our graphic design course. And if you're interested, you can join so that you can guide. You want to equip you wholesomely so that you can excel and thrive